All right, guys, time to load test our 7.62x39. Let's go. All right, guys, so today, set up at the range, we have my son's Ruger American Ranch in 7.62x39. We will be running the H335. We're going to start out with 30.5 grains, working our way up to 32 grains. Let's see what type of velocities we can get. I'll have you guys on the Garmin so you can see what we're doing. So we got this set up here. Let's do it. All right, we'll let the rifle cool and we'll move on to the next one. All right, guys, so you can see with that the first loadout here, standard deviation of 11.1, just around that 2200 velocity here. I would like to get to 2300 on this, so here you go. First shot, second shot, third shot. We had a huge jump in the third shot with the hot barrel, so we'll see if that affects the rest of these. We'll go ahead and move up to 31 grains now. You guys set up. All right, that was a little bit better on velocity. We'll let the rifle cool and move on to the next one. All right, so let's see how we did with that 31 grains. So that's a little bit closer, a little bit more of a spread there, but we want to get to 2300 is kind of what I'm looking for. So let's see what we got here. That's not bad. We're getting closer. 13.7, that's not a bad spread. So these are 123 grain interlock, and again, that H335 powder. The groups are pretty good. I had to make an adjustment off the optic on one of these groups, so you'll see just a flip-flop of groups, but we'll look at those in a second. So next up is the 31.5. We're going to cap at 32 today, but next is 31.5. So I will get that loaded up. And we'll get a new session going, and we'll get those shots off here in a sec. All right, guys, here we go. 31.5 grains of H335. All right, we'll let the rifle cool, and we'll do our last one of 32. We're almost there at that 2300. That's pretty good. So, all right, well, let's check out those shots real quick. Let's check out the session while the rifle cools. All right, so 2287, 2259, then 2286. So that's pretty good. So average 2277, a 12.8. That's not bad, guys. That's not bad at all. So I'm going to let this cool off for a second, and we'll load up the last is 32 grains. The groups are looking pretty good right now. I'm using a Vortex Venom red dot. That's why we're only at 25 yards, but this is the setup for my son's hunting rifle this year. So we'll get going on the next one here in a sec. All right, guys, here we go. 32 grains of H335, 762 by 39. All right, there we go. Those are the velocities that we're looking for. Okay, let's go ahead and check out that session here. Brass all looks good. Let's see what we got. $23.44, $23.18, $23.29. So, standard deviation of 10.3, not bad. Averaging 23.31. That's what we're looking for, guys. So, there's the 2,300 feet per second that I wanted. Let me go pull the target, and we'll talk about it. All right, guys, so again, here at the range today with my Ruger American Ranch. Here we go. In 762 by 39, we have the Vortex Venom red dot on here. It is a 6 MOA red dot, which does not lead to the best accuracy. Let's just be honest there. Let me turn it off. But for what I'm doing with this for my son, this is perfect. Okay, this is a great red dot for what he's gonna do. Let's talk about what happened today. So the first group we did was a 30.5, and it's actually this group down here. So we did 1, 2, and 3 are all in the same hole. I was aiming here, and we ended up here. So I just flip-flopped these two targets. So that was our 30.5. This was our 31. This was our 31.5, and then our 32. So the 32 actually got us into that 2,300 foot per second mark that I was aiming for. But let's see overall how we did with all of these groups here. So let's see. Let me get out of this session. Okay. So what we were looking at here, so we averaged, for our first one, we averaged 22.12 feet per second. We had a standard deviation of 11.1. That was our tightest group, but it was pretty slow. Next, we did the 31, and we averaged 2249.6 with a standard deviation of 13.7. Then, we did a 2277.7 feet per second for the 31.5, and that was an under 1 inch group, was 12.8. And then we finished the day with an average of 2331.10 with a standard deviation of 10.3. So we had our lowest standard deviation on our final shot. So that's not bad. Not bad at all. We only had an extreme spread of 25 feet per second. All of them were over that 2,300 feet per second mark. So that is exactly what we're looking for, guys. Pretty short and sweet today. only at the 25-yard range. And the reason I wanted to do the 25-yard range is we are zeroing this optic at 25 yards for my son. He's going to practice a lot here at the 25-yard range shooting, and I wanted to make sure that I get a load for him that is going to be accurate and fast enough that it's going to carry enough energy to kill a deer within appropriate ranges. So I think we're going to roll with this 32 grains of H335 with the 123 grain interlock. Just seemed to work really well. It's not a problem whatsoever. So I will load up more of that, and we'll actually get this. We'll get this optic super dialed in to be as precise as humanly possible. We'll do 12 rounds with the H335 just to get ourselves really, really good, accurate data for it. And we'll go from there. So, guys, short, sweet video today. Hope you guys like what you're seeing. If you do, like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. Hunting for turkey starts next week, so I'll be out in the field next week hunting. I'll bring you guys along with me. Hopefully, we'll bag a turkey. So, until then, guys, as I always say, stay blessed, and we'll see you next time.